And on X, it's Gananolo Cleaning Services. TikTok, it's Gananolo Cleaning Services. And there's a Limpopo Rose collection. Our number is 078-623-3440. Hi, my name is Mokopane and I'm a Township entrepreneur.
Township Entrepreneur Stories is a web series proudly brought to you by Team. We profile small businesses nationwide that are providing services and products.
My name is Mokopane and I am founder of Created for Purpose, an umbrella of all my businesses. And I am operating from Township. I started in 2020 during the COVID. I started my business because first of all there was a financial need from my side. I am a mother to 2 boys which I had to feed every month, and I have not been working almost all my life, so business has been an option that I had to go for so that I can put food on the table. My company, we have products, these perfumes. One of the things that I believe in is that when you smell good, there's confidence, and in whatever, no matter how your day is going, because of how you smell, that brings about change. And what I've also learned is that perfume speaks a message that nobody can speak on your behalf. And the other thing that the product that I sell is the t-shirts and also hoodies from this brand called Hey Queen for ladies. We also have t-shirts for gentlemen, which has a sign of infinity plug. So down here we write a message that suits you, that relates to you, that tells your story. Like here, the one I have right now, it talks about a woman's strength and how she can conquer the world because God is with her. So my products are available nationwide. We courier all over South Africa. My products are unique because, like I said, with the t-shirts and the hoodies, you are declaring and telling a story, your own story. Meaning that whatever your t-shirts or hoodie is written, it's yours, it's you, it's something that cuts you above the rest. As for perfumes, you choose whichever that you want, and they are inspired, meaning that some people cannot even afford the original perfumes, but these ones are affordable, accessible, and they are also pocket-sized, meaning that you can carry it in your pocket or in your small bag. If you want to buy my products, I'm available firstly on WhatsApp and on a call. It's 083-416-5732. I'm also available via email. It's hapetym@gmail.com. And I'm also available on social media, Facebook and Instagram. And my handles are Mokopane, Madam Speaker Hapeti. Hi, my name is Mokopane Hapeti and I am a township entrepreneur.
Township Entrepreneur Stories is a web series proudly brought to you by Team. We profile small businesses nationwide that are providing services and products.
Dumelang, Sanibonani, good afternoon. My name is Shamin Kulwane Mkhwebi. The name of my company is Shamzan Literary Club. I operate here in Tabach, my hometown, and in Bloemfontein as well. I started my business in 2008 when I published my first book. I started my business because when I started becoming an author, I struggled to sell my book. I didn't know how to organize my book launch. So I didn't want other authors to have the same challenges that I have. I saw a gap that self-published authors don't know how to sell their books. They don't know how to learn the business of books. So I started this business to service published authors, graphic designers, creatives who need to develop their business. As Shamsa Literary Club, first of all, we are a publishing house. We assist authors who want to be published.
Dumelang.
We are also suppliers.
Dumelang Mokopane Likai. Good morning, Mokopane. How are you doing? We are so excited to be here this morning, excited to be in Mokopane, and it's going to be an absolutely amazing day. Are you happy to be here this morning? Do I have entrepreneurs in this venue? Are you here to make sure you get all the benefits that you want to get for your business? That is absolutely amazing. And it's very important for you to understand that this is the T-Kasi Business Workshop. A round of applause for that. So my name is Mpomashita, and I'm going to be facilitating the session today. It is going to be absolutely amazing. So we are going to be very practical in everything that we're doing. You know, sometimes I know that entrepreneurs and business people go to this kind of events and they're not quite sure if they are getting their benefit. Don't you feel like that sometimes, that it's all talk and you're not quite really benefiting? I get that feeling sometimes. But today, we are going to be very practical. Who's here for practical? Who's here for real solutions for their business? Who's here for real solutions for growth? That's what I want to see. Now, with what is planned today, maybe let me just take you through what today is really all about. The theme is the female economy, all right? I want that to sink in, and I'll be breaking it down a little bit to give you an idea of what we're talking about. So before we get into the business of the day, I'm going to be giving you just a couple of ones and twos, house rules, for you to understand how we're going to be operating today. Does everyone in here have a cell phone? You've got cell phones. I'm going to ask you to have your cell phone on silent, but that cell phone is going to be very active today. Are you on social media? Are you on social media? So you're familiar with the hashtags, ne? Are you on Facebook? On X, Twitter, Instagram? You take pictures? Selfies? Have you guys been taking selfies since you came in here today? There are selfies, Anne. So we're going to do the first test. That as the program starts, those first selfies that you took, I want them to be uploaded on social media under these hashtags. Hashtag join us for tea. Can we do that? Hashtag join us for tea. Hashtag together. If you can use two of those hashtags or one of them, good enough. Hashtag join us for tea. Hashtag together. Hopefully that will show people where we are here today. Put that location on so that they understand that we are here. So not only are we in this venue, but we have an online audience as well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you if you are joining us online. Appreciate you being with us, and we hope that you'll be with us until the end of this session. That hashtag again for you also being online. Hashtag join us for tea. Hashtag together. Beke lebeke. Also, the bathrooms on my left, there's a building that you can just turn and look at the back there. Those are the bathrooms for the male and females. And if you want water at any time during this session, there at the back, you can grab yourself a bottle. And let's see, we've established that we have the hashtags. Selfies are going up. We have ushers that are going up around the venue. They are in black t-shirts. You can see them. My ushers, you know where you are, just raise your hand. They are my ushers. You can see them. If there's anything that you need during this session, just raise a hand. Someone will be able to attend to you very promptly. Let's see. So, talking about the theme that we have today, the female economy. Do you know that 47% of small businesses in South Africa are women? Did you know that? 47% small businesses in South Africa, women. Women-owned businesses contribute 30% of the South African GDP. And 70% of women-owned businesses operate in the informal sector. So we are not lost. We are in the right place to get the right information, to be empowered, to know exactly what's going on. So, there's something that I like to do, and I want us to do this exercise. Are you guys into motivating yourself? As a small business, you have to. As a small business, you have to. If you don't motivate yourself, I don't know how you're going to operate. So I'm someone who's really strongly into affirmations. Who likes affirmations? Some good affirmations to start the day. So I would like us to look into this, right? Are you ready? Are you ready? Let me get water. All right, throat is back. All right, the first one. I trust myself and my abilities to lead my business. I am capable and competent in all that I do. I am worthy of achieving my goals and living my dream. Every challenge is an opportunity for growth and learning. My business is a reflection of my passion and dedication. A round of applause, please, for yourselves as you take a seat. How are you feeling? This is not a whole lot of mambo jumbos. We need to get in our minds. We need to get in our own heads, because this journey is not always easy for you to be a business person, for you to be an entrepreneur. You meet all these challenges, and that is why this program today has been designed in such a way that is going to motivate you to hear from people who have walked the journey, who are currently walking the journey, and what they do when they come across those challenges. So let us be in that same kind of space where we know that we'll be able to be motivated, but also to get that practical advice that we'll need in order for us to go forward and run our businesses. So as we're going to be moving to the next item, I would like us to give a warm round of applause as we are going to welcome T representative to give us an overview. Carol Mabe, please, a round of applause as she comes on stage. You can do better than that. You can do better than that. Do better than that. Chovicho, chovicho, chovicho. There we go, there we go.
Dumela batho ba Mokopane. Le kae? Rona, we are happy to welcome you here, guys. As this it's an event yeti, we want to empower basadi. Marabere saruri, it's only for women. It's just that I don't know what happened, but we're very happy to empower basadi. In all honesty, we are happy as T to empower small businesses. We're doing this, and the whole point for T to be here is to make everybody else to work as a team, because it's usually good to work as a team. Doing things individually, it doesn't usually succeed. But when you have a partner, and not only a partner that you can trust, because it's not easy to do a business with friends. It doesn't usually succeed. There's always a glitch, there's always a drama when you're doing business with, but as a team, we advise people that now that we are here, there will be a session where we're gonna be having networking. That is the moment where you have to grab the opportunity to get someone that you can trust, because when you are here, the goal is the same. You are here because you want to take something home. The moment you take something home, the part of getting someone that you're going to work with, you must hold on to that. Because we need someone to push us. Today, as a business person, some days you wake up in the morning and you don't feel like you wanna do anything. But when you have a partner, it's easy to call each other, say, you know what, partner, I don't feel like doing anything. She will remind you why you started this. She will remind you that, remember, as a business person, as painful as it is, as hurtful as it is, there's a lot of disappointment, there's a lot of pain, there's a lot of no that is happening in business. But it doesn't mean that when you knock at the door, what we teach people at Chi is that as a human being, when they say no, they don't say you are not good at what you're doing. They're not saying what you're doing, you are stupid or something, because you have a plan, you had a vision. Why did you start what you started? Nobody pushed you to do a business. You decided to do a business yourself. So remember, every time when there's a no, or when there's something negative that is coming to discourage you, all of us, we know, family and friends, they will always tell you when you come with the idea, they like laugh at you or tell you that you're stupid. But because you remember the vision, why did you plan? Why did you decide to do what you did? Nobody pushed you to do that. You did that. It's an individual thing. The moment when you live here after the network and you have people, 4 or 5 people that you can do something with them, you guys must have a teamwork. You must have a teamwork, and then you're going to achieve it. Thank you so much.
A round of applause, please. A round of applause. So we are here today because there are people that have put their necks on the line, they've put their head on the block, and they said, you know what, we believe in this idea, we believe in this working. I'd like us to give a round of applause to some of the stakeholders that have made this possible. First and foremost, the biggest partner and sponsor, Nedbank. A round of applause, please, for Nedbank. Another round of applause for the NYDA. Give it up for the NYDA. Another round of applause for Brand SA. Give it up for Brand SA. And last but not least, give it up for Sasol. A warm round of applause for Sasol, who have made this possible today. So very important to understand, through the partnership that we've had with Nedbank, we've been able to impact 24,000 individuals globally. That is big. 24,000 individuals globally. 6,400 people have had these kind of meetings. The last meeting we've had it called TEF Limpopo. So a round of applause for that. Very big. So we are global. Also, just talking to those that are watching us online, we'd like you to participate as well. Don't forget to use the hashtags, hashtag together Bekelibeke, hashtag join us for tea. Have you started posting? Are you posting somewhere? You need to know, as the show progresses, as the event progresses, that those that are really participating, those that are highly active, there's a little gift we have for you. So be active, interact, because when you're interacting, people get to understand where you are, what you're doing, and that is how we get to spread the word. Hashtag join us for tea. So we are going to be watching right now a presentation from Tiko Thomas, who's the Managing Executive for Retail and Business Banking for Nedbank. A round of applause, please, as we get that ready. Give it up as we get to the video right now.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Tiko Thomas. I'm the Managing Executive of Retail and Business Banking at Nedbank. Why is it important for us to support small businesses, small and micro enterprises? Simple. They are the engine that drives economic growth. If you think about the situation we are in South Africa, where we haven't been able to generate GDP growth of more than 1.2% per annum over an extended period of time, a period that stretches more than 10 years now, where's the growth going to come from? The kind of growth that creates jobs, that generates economic activity, that drives tax collection. For us to invest in the things that the government needs to invest in, it's going to come from small businesses being born, being nurtured, being grown, being scaled, and hopefully they become big businesses that can operate at massive scale one day and even operate in international markets. So in many ways, our reason for supporting small business is our belief that the engine of economic growth is the nurturing and growth and partnering with businesses of this nature.
Thank you. You can do better. Hey. So we told you that today we're going to be very practical, right? Are you ready to be practical? Are you ready to be practical? You know, there's this thing, I think you might have heard about this. You might have heard in business, in entrepreneurship, when they talk about the elevator pitch. You know the elevator pitch, right? The idea behind the elevator pitch is you are somewhere. You could be at a mall, you could be at an office, you are somewhere, but there's an elevator. And then you get into the elevator. When the doors close, you realize, shucks, here is the MD or the CEO of that company that I want to do business with. And it's only the two of you in the elevator. What do you say? You know, what do you say? What do you say about your business? How do you sell yourself? And you are going to, you can see that he's going to be getting off at the next floor. You are at the ground floor and he's getting off at second floor. You are still going to the fourth floor maybe. What do you do? What do you say? Do you have an idea in your head of what to say to someone about your business that it makes sense? You know, sometimes you talk to people and say, hey, what do you do? They answer you and you are more confused. Like you are left very much confused. You're not even sure what's going on. So is that you? Are you that person? Do you have an idea of how to sell your business effectively so that the next person gets it? They don't say, give me your card. They say, they pull out their phone and they say, I want your number in my phone. They save your number. And they say, save my number as well. Get in touch with, drop me a WhatsApp. You know you've made an impact. It's not like, oh yeah, thanks for the card. And they throw it in their bag. So can you do that? Do you have that idea of how to do it? First of all, you need to ask yourself as a business, do you even understand the audience that you are serving? Do you understand who your customer is? Do you understand what you are giving them if they really want them? Because you know sometimes there's that thing, you get in business, you're all excited, you've got your business card, you've got your product, you go to market. And when you get to the market is not excited about the product, but they tell you something else that they would like. You know, what do you do in that point? What do you do at that point? Do you change and give the market what it wants? Or do you move to a different audience? So those are some of the things that you think about giving a pitch. Which is leading us to the next item we're getting into. We're getting into the pitching clinic. Are you excited about this? Are you excited to see how other entrepreneurs share about their business and how they make sure that they secure those deals, they secure those contracts? All right. So we have people that have registered for today, and they were open and willing to come and pitch today. We're going to be calling them on stage, and we're giving you 2 minutes. Is 2 minutes enough to tell someone about your business? I'm seeing some faces that are a little bit doubtful in the audience. Is 2 minutes enough to tell someone about your business? They understand and they want more, and they decide that they want to do business with you, or they invite you somewhere. So I'm going to be taking this time to call onto the stage entrepreneurs that are going to be coming, and in 2 minutes, there's going to be a timer. And I need you guys to help me. Because when we count them down with the timer that is going to be on the screen, when we get to the end, we must make sure they know it's the end. Their time is up. Can you help me do that? So, first up, I'm going to be calling on stage. And when they come up, I need you to make a lot of noise. I need you to give them a round of applause, encourage them, because it's not easy sometimes, you know. Not all of us have that thing of talking in front of people or just going one-on-one and saying whatever. So it takes a lot. Make them feel welcome. Make them feel that they got this. And even when they are here on stage, if you see Tatazela, don't make funny sounds. Encourage them. Can we do that? Thank you. First up, I would like to call Tumelo Lekoloane from Health First Private Clinic. Can we welcome Tumelo on stage, please? Tumelo. There we go. Hi, Tumelo. Let's just test your mic is on. You're good. I need you to stand here in the center. There we go. And we're going to be counting you down, Tumelo. I need you to just relax, breathe, shake it out. You're ready? You're good? Take a deep breath. Before Tumelo starts, maybe let's just encourage Tumelo. Give her a round of applause. Telling her she's got this. Tumelo, you got this. All right, Tumelo, your 2 minutes starts now.
Hi, I'm Tumelo Lekolwani from Health First Private Clinic in Ramalekani. We offer primary health care services and employee wellness health screenings. Our primary health care services include treatment for minor ailments, antenatal and postnatal care, family planning services, wound care, and other minor ailments. We are based in Ramalekani on the Bakembek Road. Okay. Due to long waiting hours in public clinics and shortage of medication, we identified a gap to bring quality, affordable healthcare services in that community. Sorry for that. We deserve to pitch for the grand prize because we need to expand on our marketing efforts, making people aware of our services as to grow our business. Thank you.
Thank you, Tumelo. Still have 26 seconds on that clock that you didn't use. So, no, it's okay. You said thank you, Agareth. You said thank you that you were done. So thank you so much, Tumelo. That was Tumelo. Round of applause, please, for Tumelo as she takes a seat. The next 2 minutes, we're going to be giving to Princess Ntabiseng Baloyi from Mabi Chicken Farm and Hatchery. A round of applause, please, as she comes on stage. Let's make her feel welcome, Princess Ntabiseng Baloyi. So, before, I want you to stand right here, right in the middle. Be comfortable. And I'd like us to count her down as she shake it out, relax, yawn, smile, scream, whatever you need to do. We are going to be counting her down on 3, 2, 1. I need you to help me. Let's start the countdown on 3, 2, 1.
Hi, my name is Ntabiseng Baloyi. I'm the CEO and founder of Mabi's Chicken Farm. Mabi's Chicken Farm is a backyard farm located in Mzombani village. Okay, my farm is special because I offer farmers around me chickens, and I also sell day-old chicks, meaning that I have an incubator thanks to NYDA. They founded us with an incubator. And also, I sell fertile eggs to around the country, for example, in KZN and in Eastern Cape. We've noticed that the people around my village are too busy to clean the chickens, and they prefer fresh chickens. So we offer them ice clean and slaughter chickens for them. This is an example of the chicken. Sorry. As you can see, it's big and it's fresh. I slaughtered this yesterday. And this is the egg I put in the incubator. It starts like this, and it ends like this chicken. Okay. I need the money because the demand is very high. I bought a farm at the village, so I need the money so that I can build bigger houses to expand, because the people that sells in the streets here, when you go to town, they stock the chickens to us, so the demand is high as we exit to the festive seasons. And also, here to the audience, you can contact me on 072-761-0553. For December specials, Balibadi Society, Rekisha 50 ka 3,000. Thank you.
All right, still 6 seconds on that clock. Princess Ntabiseng Baloyi, thank you for that. A round of applause again for Princess. All right, all right. What is that? Princess, you already have got clients there. All right, we're going to the third entrepreneur or business. We have Lebogang Ramoneta from Chemix Pty Ltd. A round of applause, please, for Lebogang as Lebogang comes on stage. Lebogang. Okay, maybe we'll skip. We'll come back to Lebogang then. Johanna Khobe is next from Makharebe Aitirela Enterprise. Johanna Khobe. There you go, there you go. In the center, please, my darling. There you are. All right, are you ready? Yes. Taking a deep breath. Shake it out, relax. We're about to do this. Let us count down Johanna on a 3, 2, 1. Are we ready? Yes. 3, 2, 1.
Greetings to you all. My name is Khobe Johanna. I'm the director of Makharebe Aitirela Enterprise. Our business is based at Mokopane, Sekgakapen 2352. Our business specializes in waste management. We collect recyclable waste such as white paper, your card box, your cans, your glass, and food waste from local schools and taverns. Our business is 100% women-owned with a goal of achieving or employing 80% of women as a result of empowering the women from local communities. What we have realized is that illegal dumping is becoming a huge problem. So we decided to start this business in order to eliminate it by collecting that waste and recycling it. As we are collecting, we are producing, we are using food waste to produce an organic fertilizer, which is 100% organic. It has no chemicals, it's 100% organic. So it's user-friendly to the environment because our goal is to achieve environmental health and zero harm to the environment, especially to our children at school. They have to be safe and learn in an effective manner. So what we need, the materials that we collect, we recycle it and we sell the fertilizer. So our goal, what we want to achieve is to have, we are struggling with transport. We need a bakkie that we can use to collect because recently we are using a wheelbarrow to collect, which it makes it impossible for us to reach far places. Our goal is to expand to the surroundings of Limpopo and South Africa as a whole. If you need us or for more information, you can get us on WhatsApp or you can call us 079-5898-343. You can find us on our Facebook page, Makharebe Aitirela Enterprise. We are purifying the future. We are collecting.
Thank you. Thank you, Johanna. Thank you, my darling. Thank you. You can have a seat. A round of applause, please, as Johanna takes a seat. So we are moving on next to the next entrepreneur, Mate Matusaro, coming on stage from Tawnship Enterprise. Mate to the stage. There you go, Matima. How you feeling? How you feeling? Shake it out. Relax. A big smile. Breathe in, breathe out. So let's get Matima ready. 2 minutes to go. Count it down. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Greetings to you all. Remember this, waste is waste until you waste it. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mate Matusaro. I'm the founder and the director of Township Enterprise. This is the company that specializes in transforming waste materials into valuable products that you can use in your home, business, or your school stationaries. And our aim is to solve unemployment rate and the waste materials that are going to the landfills polluting our communities. So through our domestic waste program, which is the DWP, we are training unemployed individuals or professionals to collect, sort, recycle, and even to create these beautiful products for our customers. And so what makes us stand out is our mobile app, which is connecting resident businesses directly with the waste collectors, making our waste management services very easier and effective. And my story started when it started with a small vision, which is I saw waste in my community. Then I wanted to create economic and environmental change. So since then, I trained about 200 people across Limpopo and Kuruman in Northern Cape. So thank you. And our business model is simple, it's straightforward. We are providing waste collection services, training unemployed people, and only 100 rand registration fee, or to be a member, it's only 100 rand also. And we're also selling the recyclable or upcycled materials, which you can find in our stall there, and you can even come and register yourself there if you want to be our waste collector, and simple. And even if we are not here, we are based in Mzumbani, just via N11 at Mahoshi building. So from me to you, lots of love. Thank you.
Oh, thank you from me to you, lots of love. All right, round of applause, please, as you sit down. So we are getting to the last entrepreneur who's going to be pitching today. Petunia Masenya from Bright Experts. Welcome her on stage, Petunia Masenya. A round of applause. Petunia. There you go, Petunia. So you're going to stand here in the middle. Are you ready? How you choose to use that 2 minutes is up to you. Breathe in, breathe out, shake it out. Confident, comfortable? All right, let's count her down. Petunia, 3, 2, 1. On 3, 2, 1.
Hi everyone, my name is Petunia Masenya from here, Mokopane. I was born and raised here in Mokopane. Our business is mainly for the kids. We offer virtual reality services. We go to schools and we take the learners through a journey through space. So they go all the way through space, they see the order of the planets, they learn all the way about how seasons are formed, how rain is formed, how the sun is. So we take them into the planets and show them if there really is life in other planets. And then we also teach them under the sea, where they go under the sea and they see the marine life. We take them into the wildlife as well, where they see the animals and they also get to walk with dinosaurs. So this was founded in grade 2. When I was doing grade 2, the planetarium came to our school, and then I loved it then. I wanted to become a cosmologist, but because these ideas are not familiar in our area, I had to do something else. But now, because I've grown, then I went on to do project management, and that's when I was able to start and fund this. So now, because there's no funding for these, we opened our own aluminium business where we train the youth as well, and the aluminium business also helps us to fund this. Now what makes us unique is that when we go to schools, if there's a learner that cannot afford, we help the learner, we sponsor them, and then we also make sure that they get food and clothing to make sure that they look like the other kids.
A round of applause, please, as she takes her seat. You can do better than that. You can do better than that. So thank you to all the brave participants. Thank you so much. Guys. Because it's very brave to go in front of people and tell them about the ideas that you have, about the work that you are doing. So do you think you guys can do this? Can you do this? Standing in front of people. It's something that we need to work on, right? It's something that we need to work on. Just because today you did not get the chance to be on stage, you can create your own stage in your own home. Stand in front of the mirror and think about your business and what you would like to say to other people about your business. Can we do that? Can we do that in our own spaces? And, you know, with everything that you saw here today, 2 minutes that they were given, think about how you can execute that. First of all, we saw all of them introducing themselves, very important. And they mostly identified the problem that they were dealing with in the market. And after identifying the problem or the challenge that was there, they presented their product or their service in terms of, this is the solution, this is the answer, this is our proposal. And then I also heard some of them highlighting the value proposition in terms of saying, in terms of what we are offering, we are saying this is why we are special in this sense. This is what we can offer for this particular problem. And then to clearly state the next step. Because what is the point of telling me about your business after hearing about it? What is that call to action? Do you want me to come and buy? Do you want me to connect you to somebody that I know? Do you want me to invite you somewhere? Do you want me to invest? What do you want to happen? So we really need to think about that when you are talking to people. And so it's important to identify the kind of person or the audience that you are talking to and what you want out of that. So very important also, as much as you may get the stage fright, that's why I was saying to them, shake it out, shake it out. You know, breathe in, breathe out. Because even if we are introverts and we are shy, for the sake of our businesses, we have to find that inner confidence. Even if it means we have to fake it when we are shaking. Sometimes what tatazela, you know what tatazela, but you have to put on that smile and ignore what tatazela and just say, you know what, I'm going to talk about my business. And that is where we need to bring out that confidence. So can we do that? Can we try that when we're at home? Because we are going to get opportunities to talk to people. Actually, we are going to create opportunities right in this event, right in this workshop. So at the back of your mind, try to be thinking about what you're going to be saying to the next person when you are not working. Pella, we are not working here, are we not? So are you not going to talk about your business? Are you not going to be talking about what you do or what you offer? We are going to give you that opportunity, Val. I agree, you are saying you are. We are going to give you that opportunity to do exactly that. So also, for those that are watching online, the pitching was not only about those that are here on stage. It's very important that as you're communicating with us, as you're participating, drop your information. Let us know. Drop that pitch in the comment section. Tell us what you're all about. Tell us what your business is all about. Tell us what your service, your product is all about. We'd love to hear about it. Because you never know who's watching. You never know who's there in the audience. You never know, someone can read that pitch that you put there in the comment section, and the next thing, boom, the answer that you've been looking for is being served to you on a silver platter. So make sure that you do that. And don't forget the hashtag. Are you guys still active on social media? I like the sound of that. You're still active on social media? Because the most active, we will have a surprise for you today. So make sure that you are sharing, that you are talking about this workshop. Is the Tea Kasi Business Workshop. The hashtags we are using, hashtag join us for tea, hashtag together, Veke Liveke. So if you are on social media, especially Facebook, please take out your phones, because I want us to be practical and do something right now on Facebook to make sure that you are following us as Tea, and to make sure that your community knows about this as well. We are doing a live demonstration. Are you ready? Take out your phones. Go to your app, your Facebook app. There is a video that we are going to be playing just about now. You can actually follow us blow by blow with the video as we do the live demonstration. The video can go up. Do we have the video up? There we go. Can you guys see the video? Are you able to follow what's being shown there? So we are on the Facebook account. Can you see? So when you get on the Facebook account, just try to scroll down. The first video you come across, that is us. We are live right now. Click on that video. You can actually like. There we go. Like. And also share. Share with your community, guys. Follow the page. Like, go to the video. If you're unable to see the video, because I'm saying scroll, scroll, scroll. If you can't see the video, go to the video section and you will be able to see. Can you see it? Can you see it? Are we on the same page? There we go. So when you see that video, like the video, share it with your community, like the page. You see, very simple. Now you are part of the community. Very simple. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it so much. Facebook, Township Entrepreneurs Alliance. That's the name that you will see on the Facebook. Just scroll through the timeline until you come across the very first video. And when you scroll down, the first video that you are going to see, it's us live right now. Like that, share with your community. And just like that, you are officially part of the community if you are not following us. And by going on the page, you'll be able to see all the activities, what you're doing, where we are going next, where you can catch up with us and connect with other like-minded entrepreneurs. Now, I've been telling you that we have prizes to give away. We do have prizes to give away. So, you know when we told you and we invited you, and we told you the time, and said we are going to be in Mokopane at this time, be here at this time. You know, there are people who honored that. There's no such thing as African time. Hey, African time. There's only one time, right? So, we are going to be honoring the person who arrived here first. Was it you? Was it you who arrived here first? The person who arrived here first and registered here first, I want them to come up on stage because we have a little gift for them. Was it you? Ah! So, this is the person who arrived here first. Johanna Hobe. Round of applause, please. Yes, Johanna. Here's a gift for you. Be punctual, guys. Be punctual. Johanna, come, let's get a picture. I want you here in the middle for a picture. You got your picture, ne? Thank you so much. Mettez les mazorello du la face. And then we have, who's active the most right now on social media? Hashtagging join us for tea. Who's active the most? I will tell you who is active the most. Princess Mbiagima. Mbia. Princess, come up on stage. Come up on stage, we have a gift for you. Girl is sharing, girl is hashtagging. Hey, join us for tea. Go in a girl. Together, go in a girl. There's your gift, my darling. There's your gift. Come in the center. Let's take a pic. There you go. There you go. A round of applause. A round of applause, please, as she takes a seat. A round of applause. Let's go about jealousy, guys. Let's go about Mona. What's wrong? What's wrong? So, we are going to be continuing with the event. We told you earlier on that we are going to be as practical as we can be. Because we want you to walk away knowing what you are going to do better, moving from this in your own space, in your own business. And sometimes all it takes is people being honest about their journeys. Is people sharing with us, you know, how they have navigated this journey and all of that. But earlier on when I was telling you about the theme of the workshop today, that we are focusing on the female economy, it's not necessarily to say Women's Day. It's not Women's Day business, no. We are talking about the female economy. I shared stats with you earlier on to say, this is the impact that women have in the South African economy. And we're not saying men are not doing much. Big up my brothers. Shout out to my brothers. We see you, we love you. Shout out to my male entrepreneurs, my male business owners. We are just recognizing the power of women in this economy in terms of the businesses they are setting up, whether in the informal sector or the formal sector, in whichever area, whether in Mokopane, whether in Seshego, Mankweng, Limpopo, Joburg. We are saying we recognize the power of the female in this economy and what they are able to do. So I'd like us to pay attention to the next item that we are going to be going to. So we are going to be hearing from a speaker who is going to be joining us through Zoom. So let's pay attention. Let's hear what she has to share. She is the managing executive for Insights and Advisory at Nedbank Retail and Business Banking, RBB, where one of the key focus areas is helping the bank find growth opportunities to create a sustainable and competitive business. And in her executive role, she has oversight of strategic projects that seek to unlock growth and deliver value in the underserved and unserved markets, such as South Africa's driving innovative solutions and initiatives that deliver meaningful support and unlock value for clients in township communities. Ladies and gentlemen, let us give it up a warm round of applause as we hear from our next speaker, Lizzie Mogale.
Can someone just give me a sense? Am I audible?
%100% audible.
Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear, Lizzie.
Awesome, that's great. Tumela Mokopane, my apologies, I couldn't be there with you today because of other commitments, but it's such an honor and a pleasure to be with you here today. As I said, my name is Lizzie Mogale, ke ngwana wa Tefluopo, ke goletse Tefluopo. Ke tsene sekolo ko Heri, so I'm a product of Heri Oppenheimer High School. So I know Mokopane quite well because that's where on weekends we would run away from school, that's where we would be. So it's really a privilege and an honor to be with you here, here today. And looking forward to the next 10 or so minutes that we'll talk about. So it was quite interesting that when we came up with this topic of the female economy, and I'm being told that across the room, it's actually mostly females. And that starts telling you around how the notion of the female economy is actually misunderstood within the communities. And I hope today, with what I would share, it will start talking to everyone around what we mean by the female economy and what are the opportunities that lies within, the space of the female economy. So I just want to share a quote that one of the leading women in the female economy has spoken about, to say if women market were a country, it will be a top 5 global economy in the world. So let's just think about it to say if the female economy was a market, it will be similar to being a top 5 global economy. And what this means is women as a segment, there is a lot of money that is moving, that is circulating within the female economy that sometimes is overlooked by a lot of organizations and a lot of banks. Another one, Anne says, too much of our world has been designed without women involved and women in mind. And I think for most people sitting in the room, we know this to say, a lot of solutions that are being driven have always been considered from a male lens perspective rather than a women perspective. And female economy says it's time to create a better world that works for everyone. Starting to think around, as you design your solutions and you identify your segments, how do you identify those that are aligned to women? And lastly, bringing it home, Mayor Phumzile Mlambo-Ngcuka said, equality for women is progress for all. We do know that a rand in a woman's hand travels far much further than a rand in a man's hand. And that's when we start saying that there's an opportunity as businesses to be able to help money. And as Nedbank, we're very clear that our purpose is to be financial experts who do good. And, when it comes to the female economy, we're looking at it in two ways, right? Firstly, to say, how do we drive inclusivity? Because it's still important to have more women, more females participating within the economy as required. But secondly, which is the most important thing why we're talking about it today, women have the opportunity to unlock value. Women as an opportunity, to create value for business and help businesses make money. And you can only do this by deliberately serving women as a value generating segment. And I actually just want to ask you, as a business owner, to say, have you ever seen women as a segment that's able to generate value? Just like you would see, for us in banking, when we talk about, segments, we'll talk about, people within a certain range of income, people within a certain range of age, people within certain communities, people who own certain assets. We see them as segments. And women are proving to be a different segment to other segments in terms of how, as women, we consume money, we consume data, we consume a lot of things. And that's what we talk about when we talk about, the female economy. Basically, the female economy says, there is an economy where women move money, women use money, women use products, women use services differently to how males do. And how do we make sure that we deliberately create solutions that tap into the movement of women that exist within, within the society? I was looking at one, right, that's telling us that women are, the value that women are driving in the economy has way outweighed the value that men are driving in the economy. You look at most homes, in terms of purchasing decisions are made by women, where, where people stay, the houses that you have, things that we do for children are mostly driven by women. And understanding how women, absorb any content becomes quite important. So one of the things that I'm going to ask you as a business, entrepreneur is ask yourself, what are the known facts about women that can create opportunities for your business? Pause and ask yourself this about whatever industry of work or sector of work that you're doing. And I'll give you an example to say, for us in banking, there are 4 truths about women that we have identified and that could open opportunities for us as a bank. The first one is that women are great savers. Stats across the world and also in South Africa shows that women are 16% more likely than men to save for future expenses. So as a bank that's driving deposit, that's driving savings, we do know that women create a new unique opportunity around savings that we need to tap into and engage around, differently. You start seeing, aspects like stokvels. Stokvels are mostly driven by women. The reason why stokvels have existed across decades is mainly because women are driving them, because women are great savers. As a bank, we're starting to ask ourselves, how do we tap into this insight that we know to make sure that we offer savings and investments products that talks uniquely to women needs? The second truth that we know is that women are prudent borrowers. Women are more likely to pay back their loans. As bank guys, it's very important. We need customers who are able to pay back their loans, because if you don't pay back their loan, if you don't pay back your loan, it means the person who trusted us with their deposit, we are unable to give them their money when they require it with the interest that they have. So there is a lot of societal impact when people don't pay their money. And I think sometimes we don't understand it. People is like, it's a bank. If I don't pay them, they're not going to have an impact. But sometimes we forget to say the money that we have loaned you is money that someone deposited into the bank that we need to give them back with interest when they need them. So women are very prudent, borrowers. And we're seeing that even in our data. And as a bank, we're asking ourselves, say, how do we start being innovative and creating solutions, lending solutions that are uniquely designed to women, given that they are prudent, prudent borrowers. The third one is that women are loyal. Besides relationships, we're very loyal in relationships, but we're also loyal in terms of how we consume and how we use products, right? When women are satisfied, they will tell 9 other people about your business. Women drive a lot of word of mouth. They are a marketing tool. So if you find an opportunity to service women and you service them well, they will talk about your business and they will create more customers, for you. The fourth truth is around women buy more product. Women buy 21% more products, per customer than men. So if you want to grow sales and you want to grow your business, you need to address women, because if you address women, they're going to buy more. When people buy more, you make more money and your business grows. And for us as a bank, these are the 4 truths that we know about women, and we're asking ourselves, how do we start creating solutions that leverage these truths that sit in the space? And that's why I started by saying, look at your business and either look at your business or look at your environment around Mokopane, around, Limpopo, around, the different provinces around South Africa, around Africa as a continent, even around the world, to start saying, what are those known truths about women and how can you make money from those known truths? The second thing that can help you in terms of tapping into the female economy is you need to create a gender lens reporting for your business. And what do I mean by gender lens reporting? How many of you actually look at your customers and know what percentage of your customers are women? What percentage of your customers are men? Of the percentage of customers of women, how many of them are married? How many are single? How many have kids? How many live with families? How many live with extended families? How many, are about to start families? Like, that is information that starts helping you to unpack opportunities. And maybe let me make it practical, right? Let's say you are in the business, of making clothes. And, you understand your clients. You know that of my 10 clients, 6 of them are women, and of the 6, 4 of them, are intending to have kids. 1 is pregnant. 2 of them have kids who are about to go to start school. 1 of them is got a child who's about to get married. What does that do for you? You start talking to them, say, oh, by the way, ma, I make clothes for kids. For your newborn kids, these are the things that I can do. I noticed that your children are about to go to school. Can I make the following, either in a form of a uniform or what for your kids? Oh, I noticed that your child is about, soon about to get married. Can I be the designer for your child's, wedding and create clothes for them? So you start seeing how you understand, the gender lens of your data, how it starts helping you to unlock and open more opportunities. For us in the bank, it's also important to start understanding when, which life stage are women at and what kind of products will be relevant to them. So I encourage you to say, create a gender lens, reporting to your data, and also understand women's life stages. Instead of, and by life stages, we mean things around, I talked about marital status. I talked about where are you in the family, journey. If, is it people who love travel? What are the interests that the women have, and how do you tap into it? And what was quite interesting is, ever since we started the Kasi business workshops, right? We've actually identified a few areas where we are seeing solutions that are specifically designed for women. As you can see, beauty is a big one. I can tell you today, even the people who are exhibiting today, most of them is within the beauty space. We've seen a lot of, solutions that are customized for women being in the beauty space. Clothing is another big one. A lot of entrepreneurs that we see within the Kasi Business Hub, they're making clothes for women, for children, within that. We've seen a bit around mentoring. I think one of the pitchers today also talked about how they're creating programs to help women. And we're seeing a lot of that. Manufacturing is starting to emerge, but it's still a bit slow to say. For those who are in the beauty industry, they're also starting to translate it into manufacturing to say, let me make my own products, let me create my own, my own candles and my own. So we're starting to see that emerging, and also agriculture, right? To say businesses that say, but even with agriculture, it's more to say we've come together as women and we started saying, how do we tap into agriculture? But it's not necessarily to say there are solutions within agriculture that are tailored for women. And my challenge today is to say, there is so much within the women's space. You look at even the presentations today. I think there was one around femtech, female technology, when she was talking about they're creating solutions to track women around, during periods, during pregnancy, during, maternity leave and all that stuff. That's a huge opportunity. That is a huge market. We're also starting to see fertility. The fertility industry is becoming huge in South Africa and it's quite costly. As an entrepreneur, how do you start thinking differently around how you offer services within the fertility, industry around it? Let's look at, other opportunities that can create within the kind of space. Is around what are some of the gaps that we have, as women. I've seen one idea that's starting to gain traction to say most of the time as women we are wearing heels, but when you are running around you also need flat shoes, and most of us will carry heels and will carry flat shoes. But there are other people who are starting to create solutions around. You have a shoe that you can close it up, it becomes flat. You open it up, it becomes a heel. So that's removed the friction for women within the system. What are those opportunities that exist that you can tap into in your business as you run the female economy? As I said, the female economy is not only about including women in the economy. It's around deliberately and intentionally designing solutions that are uniquely targeted to women within this kind of segments. And as I said, there are more opportunities, guys, within the female economy that we need to be able to explore, pause and look at challenges that females faces and identify opportunities within your business. And I'm going to ask that right now, even as I go through this presentation, just look at your business and start asking yourself to say, are there things or challenges that women are going through that you could create a unique solution for them that starts, addressing it. I mean, I'll give you a very good example of some of the things that we're thinking about in the bank. So in the bank, we also starting to think around, you look at gender-based violence, right? To say stats show that 99% of the gender-based violence is based on financial abuse. And financial abuse is where someone with higher power of money controls the other person using money within relationships. And we find that it's actually mostly women who are in those kind of situations. And as a bank, we're starting an initiative to start saying, guys, let's talk about this financial abuse that women mostly face. A good example is, when Mojolo is still nice or you're still ending the relationship, a person starts controlling, your money. Say, no, babe, don't buy this, do this. Why did you buy those shoes? You're wasting money. You've got 10 pairs of shoes and all that stuff. Is that financial management or is that financial abuse? Are you being controlled in terms of how you use your money as you go into the environment and how you do it a bit differently? And how do we start creating those conversations so that, because if we start addressing the issue of of financial abuse and we help people to understand it, it will indirectly impact the issue of gender-based violence. As a bank, our specialty is not around gender-based violence, but our specialty is around financial management. And we leveraging our financial expertise to say, how do we make sure that financial abuse is discussed in families, and it also starts helping to reduce the aspect of gender-based violence. That's how we're thinking about it. How can you think about it in your business and how you are able to drive it? So as I'm about to close, our ability to unlock value and opportunities for your specific business is by deliberately serving women as a value generating segment. And we're starting to see, I'll give you a few examples within the femtech, right? We've seen, companies that have created, those disposable sanitary, funnels, rather than, we know most children, most women don't have access to sanitary pads because of their cost. They've created a reusable tube that you can use, wash, cleanse, then you continue to use it. That's a solution that's tailored specifically, for women. We're starting to see apps that are being created to help women, understand their cycle so that you're able to track when your periods happen. I mean, the worst thing that can happen to a woman is have your periods when you least expect them and they start embarrassing you. There are apps that have been created to start helping women say, how do you identify those kind of opportunities that sits in the in the in the space within that. So those are some of the solutions that you can tell that deliberately and intently designed to service the women's sector. And that's what we talk about when we talk about the female economy. The female economy is not only about businesses that are run by women. It's about businesses who are creating unique solutions to service the women needs. And I hope through this presentation, I was able to give you a good sense of what the female economy is about and how the female economy can unlock value for your business and help you to make money as you uniquely identify opportunities to service the women. And I hope during the network sessions, guys, you will talk about these opportunities. You will be open to them. And I hope to the men who did not attend today, who might be listening online, realize that you might be missing an opportunity because you interpreted this as a session for women who own businesses rather than a session to help you identify solutions that are within the women's segment that you can solution for that helps you build your business. With that said, I'll pause it there and I'm more than happy to take questions.
Lizzie, thank you. Thank you so much. A round of applause, please, for Lizzie. I don't know if you have questions for Lizzie. If you have questions, maybe indicate. But maybe, Lizzie, before we let you go, I think you did such a great job in just articulating the difference between women who are running these businesses and just also the importance of tapping into the female economy. And thank you so much, Lizzie, also for being so practical, giving us really practical examples that we can start thinking about as small businesses. There's something that you mentioned when you were talking to say that women have different life stages. And it got me to think, if I'm a business person right now and I'm thinking about, how to tailor my business to target the female economy, what would your advice be when it comes to targeting these different life stages? Would you advise me to focus on a particular niche in terms of the women life cycle, or should I just approach the entire woman as a being? What would you say to that?
Yeah, no, thank you for that. I think there are two ways to be able to approach this, right? The first one is around, look at your business and start saying within my business, like I used the example of a tailor, to say when you are a tailor and you service women and you start understanding this one is about to have kids, this one's kids are about to go to university, it helps you to expand the business opportunities that exist within that kind of space. That's the first thing around it that you can look at. Then it makes it a bit niche to start saying you are in the clothing industry, you're going to produce clothing for your women clients across their whole life stages. The other opportunity might actually be to say, look at the market and start saying, what is missing for women in the market? The example that I used about, shoes that are multi-purpose. It can be flat and it can be a heel. Maybe you look at the market and say, what are some of the things that are missing for women? You go out, you research, you ask women, guys, what are the gaps that exist in terms of where you feel you are not being serviced in the market? Then maybe you can create a product within that space that uniquely addresses that kind of a thing. So that's what I'm saying. You can either take it as within clothing, I'm going to service all the life stages of women. Like for us in banking, we want to service all the life stages of women. As you're about to have a child, we want to make sure that we can open, a banking account for your child. As a woman who's about to go on maternity leave, we can help you to save for maternity leave and educate you around the cost that comes within maternity leave. As a woman, if you want, funding to address some of the fertility issues, how do we provide funding to address some of these fertility issues? And also some of the non-banking related issues. You look at a business like Sweep South, right? Where, Asha Pando created a service to start saying, most women are working these days. They don't have time to cook, they don't have time to clean. Let's offer reliable services of validated people who can go, who can offer these services to women within their business so that women are still able to be productive at work and still have clean homes. You have businesses like You Cook that creates, cooked packaged meals, right? And if you start looking at it, that business starts acknowledging to say, there are two things. We have single people who don't have time to cook, more specifically men, who don't have time to cook, who need home cooked meal, You Cook services address them. You also have women who Previously, women used to spend a lot of time at home cooking and all that stuff. Women are working a lot, their jobs are demanding, but they still need to make sure that they feed their family, they provide nutrition to their family. You cook creates that to say, as a mother, you can choose the meals that you want your family to be served, and it gets delivered to your home every day. I mean, that's a booming business that's out there. That comes from someone who looked at women and the challenges that they face and start saying, how do we help address this kind of issues? And that's what I'm talking about, to say you need to go out and research and understand what are the gaps that specifically for women that you can look at and start addressing and taking it forward. I hope that gives you a good example around the practicality of how you start approaching the female economy.
No, it's very much. Thank you so much, Lizzie. Do you have any questions? And I think with what Lizzie has been sharing, I hope it's not something that makes us think, no, Palana didn't come here to change my business model. I didn't come here to be told this is how I need to run my business. It's just to expose you to saying there's a market, there's the female economy, and it's very lucrative, and this is how you can tailor your business in order to, grow it. So thank you so much, Lizzie. Do we still have Lizzie on the line? If you have a question, maybe. I have one last question. Anyone with a question? Lizzie?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Great. You spoke about the importance of doing research in order to find out where you can find your sweet spot as a business for you to, target to be able to operate in the female economy. What do you say to small businesses in townships and villages who do not have the data? And data is going to be very important for you to decide, am I going to go niche? Am I going to go target the whole woman? Which area am I focusing on? So talk to us as entrepreneurs who are in townships, entrepreneurs who are in villages, who don't have the data, who've never collected the data per se. Because we all have data, but you don't know what to do with it. What do you do with us? How do you advise us? When I don't have the systems to collect data, to process data, to have that data give me direction as to where or how I can target the female economy.
Okay. No, great questions. And I mean, for those who follow the Kasi Business Workshops, we did a few sessions around strategic thinking, where we said, use every customer touch point as a point to collect data. Let's say, I like sticking to story. Let's stick to the story of the tailor, right? As a tailor, when a client comes, you ask them questions. Hi Lizzie, how are you? Okay, cool. What do you like from me? Okay, so Lizzie, do you have kids? You intend to have kids? So Lizzie, what do you do for fun? Where do you go over weekends? Your friends, what do you do with your friends? That's data collection point, right? That's one simplistic way of doing data collection. I also spoke about, for your clients, you need to start having a database and doing a gender lens understanding of your clients. If let's say you have data on WhatsApp, let's take WhatsApp because most small businesses use WhatsApp to be able to sell stuff. When you sell to people, you start realizing to say majority of your clients are female. Then you start looking, when do women buy from me? What time of the day do they buy from me? What time of the week? What time of the day do they buy from me? And normally when they buy, do they pay cash? Do they pay by card? Like, those are points of collecting data that starts helping you to understand the female economy around that, right? You also start looking to say, my base of female, what % of them are working full time? What % are in their small businesses? And what is the most convenient time to be able to engage around those kind of bits? When you're on, we talked a lot about digital marketing, how it's a great opportunity for you to collect insights. And a lot of small businesses are asking questions on social media just to get data. You can just pose a question, right, to your clientele base and just, ask them to say, for the female in the, for my female clients, what makes your life easy? What are some of the challenges that you're looking for? What are some of the solutions you wish someone had designed that will help your life, become better? So those are the different options and platforms within which you can gather data. Today, gathered in that room, they are mostly women. Use that also as an opportunity to ask questions around what women do. And the third thing is there is a lot on the internet. Just go on the internet and Google. Like, for example, I spoke about femtech, and maybe you're like, what is actually femtech? Go to the internet and Google around femtech. You'll actually start seeing how femtech is going both globally around the continent and in South Africa, which are uniquely designed solutions to address the female, problems through technology. There's also fem health tech, female health tech that exists within the sector. And by reading those examples, you start knowing and understanding, and maybe some of them, the Japanese grew their economy by copying what others do and implementing in their environment. Maybe you just look at those ideas and say, how do I copy this idea and create it in South Africa? How do I partner maybe with an organization that's designing solutions for women in another part of Africa, but I'm solutioning for the South African market. So there are multiple options within which you can collect this data and leverage it and use it. But I always encourage all entrepreneurs to say every touch point with the client is a data collection point. Never lose that opportunity. Use it to get more insights and more understanding about your clients so that you can unlock more business opportunities.
Lizzie, you speak very passionately about this. If we have a back and forth, we won't finish. But thank you so much. And I believe that our entrepreneurs were able to pick up a couple of pointers that they can use. Thank you so much. A round of applause, please, for Lizzie Morale, Managing Executive for Insights and Advisory. Thank you so much. We're moving on to the next speaker that we're going to be hearing from. And the next speaker, it's very important to note that she is the pitch winner from the last meeting we had ST at Mankweng. So she knows how it is to be on stage and try to sell your idea. She emerged as a winner. So she is very much the rightful person to talk to us this morning. She is a passionate entrepreneur and environmental advocate dedicated to creating sustainable, eco-friendly soaps and cleaning detergents and innovative marketing solutions. With 3 years of experience in the manufacturing of soap and cleaning detergents industry, and recently an interest in the innovation and tech space. So we've seen growth, we love that. She identified a need for eco-friendly cleaning products that are of high quality, affordable, and fit in the rural and township market or the township pocket. So the product line that they have includes pine gel, liquid dishwashers, strawberry and lavender foam bath, linen and peach spicy fabric softener, as well as laundry liquid detergents. Ladies and gentlemen, a warm round of applause for our next speaker, founder of Real Makoya Cleaning Chemicals, Lebogang Mildred Moloto.
Reona. I remember a year ago, I was shaking Kirichi by the corner. I was the first one to arrive, go picture. And the lady guy, no, you look very, you're shaking. Let me give you water. So I know how it feels to come in front of the people. Like, it takes guts and bravery. So well done. Well done. So you know how amazing life is, because Nedbank, a couple of years ago, they were my very first employer. So I once worked for Nedbank, Go Impilu program. So before even starting my journey of being an entrepreneur, so I have a BCom honors in economics. So even with a BCom honors in economics, I was constantly rejected by the corporate world. He sent the CVs and everything, but then I was never permanently employed. So that's why in 2021, I've decided to pack up my bags in Joburg, get high and started my business. So you can imagine the disappointment in my parents. What's that? Like, you've wasted our monies, we invested in your education and stuff. So you can't be telling us that you want to sell the detergents. So like, they didn't know that I have a bigger vision and a bigger picture of how I wanted to run my business. So the first product that I actually manufactured, it was pine gel. So a pine gel, it was my very first product. I remember I use a wooden spoon, mixer. I was manufacturing it manually. So going to the stores, trying to find a market. Then they said, but then pine gel, go to shop, go spa, it doesn't sell. So like, you're not gonna make money here. Maybe you should try schools. Then from there, you can start thinking about other detergents that you can introduce. Then because of the monies and challenges, then I've seen an opportunity at T to come and pitch. You win 50,000 rand. Then I prayed for it. Then I started practicing for it. Then I went all the way from Mokopane. I drove there. Mokopane. Then I pitched there. So I'm proud to say today that the prize that I've won goes to Mokopane. For Real Magoya, it assisted us to buy the adequate equipment and also introduce the whole production line today. So T and Mr. B and the whole T team, I appreciate you a lot. You guys are on the forefront and advocating for the township entrepreneurs. So I appreciate your hard work and the monies that you get from Nedbank. So I'm going forward. What the challenges that I've faced also with me still introducing those products, I went back to those stores and said, these are the products that I have now. So can I start working with you? Then they started telling me about compliance, that are your products tested? Are they SABS approved? So they were not. So, but then luckily with the collaborations and the other entrepreneurs that I got from the WhatsApp group, T. So I got an opportunity, I got information that you can actually get a grant from CEDA. That's where you can take your products. They can test, they can give you a grant for you to test your products. So I did that. So now we're working with, you selected OK Foods and Spas here in Polokwane. So the spas actually said to me, since while you've created a relationship with us for the past 2 years, in the next financial year, we're giving you an opportunity to go and mass produce and take all your products on a national level for all the spas that we have in South Africa. But then because you're still a growing business, we're going to give you one region at a time. We don't want to see you as a failure. So they're giving me one region at a time. So also what I've done also is I've seen an opportunity again. Lizzie was saying that in this economy, there are a lot of opportunities, especially for women. And they are, it's true. Because I actually saw, again, Mr. B doing a very good job. T is doing an amazing job because I've seen a BRICS startup innovation opportunity for SMMEs like us, for women. If you have an innovative idea, you can go and present it in the BRICS next summit. So I think the application it was around July. So I've applied for the opportunity to go to Russia. So imagine a lady receiving an email from Russia saying that we've seen your project, we have seen your hard work. So we are in the final, you are in the final stage. We are deciding if next week on the 18th of October, you're gonna come and get awards in the BRICS in Russia. So it's a lot of it's a big achievement. It's a very big achievement. So also what I can say is that in the entrepreneurial space, collaboration is very important. You cannot do this thing alone. So if you can, there's a lot of opportunities, especially on social media. If you can if you can consume content that is related to what you want to be and where you want to go, you'll see there are a lot of opportunities there. So for me, number one, collaboration is very important. Making meaningful relationships, especially in the business space, is also very important. And you can go and knock on the doors to try to find business. They can say yes now, they can say no now, but then it doesn't mean it's a no forever. So imagine I wasn't easily discouraged by the no that they gave me 3 years ago, because I went back and say, by the way, this is me again. So I'm getting a definite yes with a whole lot of stores that are ahead of me. So once again, I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you, T, thank you, Nedbank. Thanks.
Thank you. Just stay in the middle. We're going to take a picture. And I'm going to be asking you a question while you're taking a picture. Look at the camera guy. Give them a big smile. You mentioned, Level Ishua, the importance of collaborating and having those meaningful relationships. Now, can we learn from your mistakes? Can we learn from your mistakes? We love the good stories. We love Russia. We love all these things that you are doing. But can we learn from your mistakes? And as you think about that a little bit, maybe let me also encourage you, if you have questions, we'll take your question. Just indicate with the raise of hand if you have a question for Labo to learn anything from what she had to say. Noted, we'll give you a mic for that question. And even online, if there's a question you have for Labo right now, just drop it in the comment section and we will take that question, we'll ask Labo. We'll take 2 questions, one has been noted. If there's another hand, please indicate, we'll take the question. Hand number 2, thank you. So, Labo, yes, collaboration has helped you in your journey. Beautiful. Meaningful relationships. But we are humans. You know, sometimes you don't always get the meaningful relationships. You'll get the relationships, whether they're meaningful or not is another question. So can we learn from the mistakes that you have made in trying to get collaborations that are a good fit for you and your business journey?
Okay. I remember when I started, I've tried to be a manufacturer, a marketing promoter, sales, trying to do everything by myself. So those are the mistakes that I actually did when I started my business, and that I actually did from my businesses because I didn't have the information that, in fact, you can just know how to manufacture a product, and at the same time you can outsource. You can hire people that can assist you in each and different departments. So before me creating those meaningful relationships, so I had those problems or challenges that I had of me trying to be everyone, an accountant, of which it's not possible. So now I can proudly say that I have an accountant who's assisting me with my books to make sure that when I present and when I want to get fundings, they'll go through your books, believe me. So I appreciate that from my accountant. And also what I've learned also is that I also have promoters in each and every store. I try to make sure that in each and every province or city that we have stores, I get promoter from that specific area. Thank you.
Whew, beautiful. Because the truth is, in the beginning, Luana, you went to that phase where you were everything. True. You know? Yeah. We thank God for the accountant. Maybe we also have accountants. So the question that was noted at the back, please can we get a mic? Stand on your feet, a mic, there you go. Introduce yourself and give your question to Lebo.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we
okay.
can.
We thank for this opportunity. My name is Ronald Simon. I'm from Seshiro. The question that I have for my sister Lebo, many entrepreneurs are struggling to manage their finances. And some they are in denial, they can't admit. There are those entrepreneurs who knows how to make money, but they can't keep it. And there are those who are in business, but they can't see profit. How would you advise such an entrepreneur who go through those challenges? Thank you.
Thank you. And for participating, we'll give you a little gift. One of my ushers will help you there.
Thank you, Ronald, for your question. The issue with being an entrepreneur, you must definitely know how to separate your business life and your personal life. If you can't do that, how are you going to grow? How are you going to make profit? And in terms of entrepreneurs that struggling to see profit, so I'll advise them to go back to their costing. Is their costing correct? Because you'll get a point whereby you're selling, for example, I'm selling my pine gel for 20 rand. I'm the cheapest. Everyone is going to come and buy from me. But then is my costing right? Because if my costing is not right, I'm running at a loss. So those are the things that I can advise you. Thanks.
Satisfied? Thank you so much. Because it's the truth. Yeah, because you know what? We get paid, and Once the money is in the account, as soon as it got in, it gets out.
Trust me,
All
I
of
know.
it.
I know, because I remember just the other day, I wanted to make a transaction. I forgot my business card, my personal card at home. I wanted to swipe, go shop, right? Then I'm like, they're gonna check my books. I'll rather go and e-wallet and take it and go back and buy it in cash, because it doesn't look like I'm using the business money for personal lives.
Friday, Second question. Yes, please.
Okay, my name is Dipo Zulu, and I have a very simple question. It's not complicated. You talked about the issue, being denied, or if we could say maybe not falling through in the corporate sector, and then coming back home and then starting your business. And with that, you also face the rejection, right? Which is something that we all encounter, if not every day, most of the times. So my question to you is, when you faced all those hurdles and that rejection, what was your motivation for the why that you came back into those spaces that rejected you and you say, I'm back to produce my products? What was the motivation behind it?
Okay, to be honest, thank you for your question. So to be honest, as much as I was struggling to find employment and coming back home, what actually motivated me, I have two beautiful daughters. So I was like to myself, I must find a place, I must find a home for my kids. I must find something sustainable, not only for me, but then for the kids that I've created. And I'll constantly motivate myself that the life that I've envisioned in my head, the life that we've envisioned in my head, being here, talking about my journey, not only being here, traveling all BRICS countries, it's something that already I'm envisioning it in my head. Trust me, I'm not even there. I want to make my kids the passport, because of that phase that very soon we'll be traveling all over the world because of nothing else, because of business and the motivation that I have. I'm self-motivated, because I'm motivating myself. No one is going to do it. I told myself that in this journey, you're on your own. The world doesn't owe you anything. No one is going to do it yourself. You have to do it. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Thank you. A round of applause, please. As she takes a seat, we appreciate your time. Yes, I appreciate your time. I want you to be, just put the mic there. Let's go in the middle there. I would like you to receive a gift. We love giving gifts. We love giving gifts. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you and appreciate your time. Let's get a picture there. Thank you. As you take your seat, thank you. Oh, Marawai gonna jealous. Thank you. Okay, we are going to the next session. And before we go to the next session, are we still active on social media? Are we still using the hashtag join us for tea? Are we still active online? Are we still dropping comments in the comment section? Because we want to take your questions and ask them here on stage. Are we still using the hashtag together, Beke Libeke? How many of you are sometimes on YouTube, watch videos on YouTube? Ooh, I love that. So we're going to be seeing a video, another live demonstration of how you can subscribe and see what we are doing on YouTube. Just take your phones, go to your YouTube app, and we'll give you the demonstration and show you how it works. So when it's up on screen, just give me an indication so that we're able to see on YouTube how everything works. that. Round of applause. We'll take 2 questions. I'll take one from this side, one from this side. I noted you at the back. I noted you at the back as well. So can we have mics going to the back? I saw other hands. We'll still have more questions. So I just saw them on my right. There's a gentleman wearing sunglasses there. Kali Zazaman. Kali Gokolo there. And there's a man in the back. Great. Question, please.
Ameshi.
Oh, my darling.
Don't do that to me.
Sorry, Lala.
So, hi, my name is Seshir Khopa. So I don't know if I didn't hear this part, if you shared it. When you started, where did you get the money? Where did you get the investment? Did you have savings, inheritance from family, stock falls? Where did you get the money to start? Because like Lebo mentioned that when she came here, she was struggling to get a job and she started the business. And also you've said you were working somewhere where you having savings where you decided, let me save for this period, I'm gonna start the business, or how, so that some of us sitting here, we will be able to say, I have my personal money, where does it come from? The income, because as an entrepreneur, one of the challenges we have is that you have business money, but you don't have an income where your personal money comes from. So you feed from the very same business that is not making profit yet. So if you help us, where did you generate the business funds?
Thank you.
All right. While I did the market research while I was still full-time working at an oil and gas industry, and I was looking for an investment, remember? So while I was looking, I took all my salary. I had to sacrifice and build the business before I even came and worked on the project full-time. So when COVID happened, I was taking all my salaries, just building my business until 2021, when we became live and starting to operate. And after we started to operate, that's when we had the challenges with lack of resources, and I applied for a grant funding at NYDA. They helped us with the expansion of our hatchery.
Thank you for that. And that's a very important question that you're asking, very important, because thank God you had a salary at the time. But the reality is that we start our businesses without any background, without any salary. It's, sometimes, and that's a reality in our townships, in our villages, when we start these businesses, we are hoping that'll be our source of income. We don't have another source of income to boost the business. But thank you for that. That is your experience, and we thank you for sharing that. The other question, please stand up and introduce yourself and ask the question.
Thank you. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Taboko Tako, all the way from Polokwane. My question, it's very simple to you, my sister, is that you spoke about your journey that you have went through in terms of how you articulated and achieved where you are today.
Yeah.
I think into what we call systematic planning, it's more core in convince to entrepreneurship. What is it and strategic that you have invested into in terms of you and cooperative business partners that you're working with at the moment? What was the initiative behind when you started to implement your business to where it is today? That was my question.
Could you ask again?
I think your question is not quite clear. Just please try to simplify it. Maybe you'll just make it more clearer what you're asking. She didn't quite get you, no. Not that you're not clear. She didn't quite get you, and she's just asking if you can just repeat your question again.
Okay. My question is that, hence you have started your business through where you have started to invest it. I think we call it, I can say in a nutshell, saying that you just started with what you have.
Yeah.
Because that's where it started. I can I heard from that conversation that you're saying to entrepreneurs that all things that you need to articulate, it started with what you have.
Yeah.
It could be small thing and whatever that it could be hand, it could be financially, but my question was based from your perspective that What was your initiative when you started your business that this is one fundamental that I'm going to invest that lead me as an entrepreneur who I have become today?
Okay. My initiative, right?
What was your initiative?
Yeah. Oh, what is my why? Okay.
Are we getting it
My
right? What is
why.
your why? Is that what you're asking?
Okay, all right.
We don't mean to frustrate you, my brother. I can see that but we just want to make sure that we get you correctly.
Okay.
You are asking her, what is your why? Like, why did you start?
Okay.
Okay.
Like I said.
Sorry.
Okay, sorry for that. Like I said, well, while I was working, I was looking for an investment opportunity. For me, I saw that where I was working, in terms of security, I didn't see my future just as an employee. That's why I wanted to start the business. That's my why. I wanted an investment opportunity for me to live the way I think I want to live. I didn't have anything else besides looking for something to make a living and a better living.
Are you answered, my brother? I won't
No,
move
he's
until
not.
you are answered.
He's not.
Because I can read the frustration from here. Someone
Okay.
tried to summarize your question to say, what is your why? Maybe, okay, I didn't even get the question as well. Are you going to help us? Yeah. Yes, thank you. Let's get you the mic so that you don't strain your vocal cords. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Ntabi Singh. When Itumeleng was explaining her why, I think in the beginning she mentioned something about when she came into Mokopane, she saw a gap in the poultry, right? So, and then that encouraged her to go on with her plan of going into that investment. Initially, I can't say the answer that you just gave now, like having a better living lifestyle, whatever that is. But you said you saw a gap in the poultry business in Mokopane, right?
Yes.
I think it answers our brother here.
No, you're not answered. You are answered. What was your initiative in corporate? I didn't even quite, I'm not sure. If it was possible, I didn't even, what was your initiative in working with corporate? Was that your question? All right.
And I think he asked about the strategy that I used.
The strategy that you used.
The strategy that I used, right?
Yeah.
For me to be where I am. Okay.
Okay.
The strategy that I used is through my mentor. As through my mentor, he's the one who's been holding my hand up until today. That's the strategy I used.
Okay, thank you. Do we have other questions online? Maybe just let us know if there's a question online that we can answer. I'm looking at the time, and for the time that was allocated, I think I can, use my prerogative to sneak in one last question to Itumeleng. There at the back, please. Can we have a mic there?
Hello everyone, my name is Aniki Lamola. So my question is finding balance, because in most cases, entrepreneur, we struggle in terms of balancing our things, and it's very easy for you to be consumed by your own business. So I want advice in terms of finding balance of how to do everything and also to manage your relationship with your clients. That's my question. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. To be honest with you, finding balance is not easy because my home is at Hammanskraal. I was working in Joburg and I had to relocate to Mokopane just to do business. So I had to separate from everything and leave a baby. So it was just a sacrifice. I couldn't say there was a balance. There was a time that I was not seeing a family for a year, just focusing on building the business. And to to be honest with you, it's just putting more work into the business because you want it to be successful, because you can't be leaving from Joburg and coming here for a failure. So I was just much more focused on the business than anything else. There was no balance.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much for that. Before you take a seat, Itubele, we're going to give you a gift. Also very important to mention, as the gifts are coming up on stage, you'll be taking the picture with the gifts. We have exhibitors on the right side of the venue. You'll see they are lined along the wall there with the Nedbank tablecloths on the tables and their products on the tables. These gifts that we are giving everyone who's coming on stage today are actually bought from those entrepreneurs as a way of supporting them. They didn't donate them, they were bought, paid for. So we'll also give you a chance to interact with the exhibitors, see what is on offer, and if there's anything that interests you, to support them by buying the products. Thank you so much, Itubele. Take a seat. A round of applause, please, for her. Appreciate you. Appreciate your time. Appreciate the journey that you've walked. A round of applause, please, as she takes a seat. All this talking, all this listening, all the questions, we need to shake up a little bit and actually talk amongst each other. I mentioned earlier on that we are going to be testing your pitching skills. Not here on stage, but you're going to be testing how you are doing when it comes to pitching, selling yourself and selling your ideas. Because as we sit in this venue, we may not know each other. Maybe you know someone you came with, but you don't know who is in this room who can be a part of the value chain of you moving your product or offering your service. So what we are going to do, I need you all up on your feet, please. All up on your feet. All up on our feet. Yo, nice stretch. We've been sitting for a while, right? Shake it out a bit. Now, we are going to do this. The first rows, I would like you to turn around and look at the second row. The third row, turn around, look at the fourth row. The fifth row, turn around, look at the sixth row. The seventh row, turn around, look at the eighth row. Njalo, kanjalo, 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 kanjalo. Kanjalo, kanjalo. So what we are going to do, hang on. Don't make it awkward. Don't say nothing. Just look at each other. I'll tell you what to do. So I'm going to be giving you time, 2 minutes each. 2 minutes on one side, 2 minutes on the other side. You are going to pitch your business or what you're about, your entrepreneur, your idea, whatever it is, product, service, whatever it is. 2 minutes, the first people will have. After 2 minutes, the next people will have that time to talk to each other. They ready? They right? Have you picked a partner? If you are in the last row and there's no one behind you, it's somewhere the last row, pick each other. Pick each other there and have a partner. Are we good to go? Are we good to go? I want to test this. I wish I can have that 2 minute timer again on the screen so that I can make sure that the very same way the guys who were pitching on stage, they will also have that time. If I can have that 2 minute timer, please, on the screen, so that we are all on the... Do you know what you're going to say, Mara? Lesho? Let's get Tatazela. Let's get Tatazela, guys. Do you know what you're going to say? In your head, have that idea of... And then let's catch Hamana. Guys, we are here for business. Show Majola how you am. Please. We've got the timer ready. The first group, I'm going to be counting you down. Le ready, Mar? On 3, 2, 1, Azish. right. All right. All right. Okay, how? Fetchang. This is the only time where it's allowed to be a 2-minute noodle. Please. Oh, we are done. What are you still saying? We are done. Silence in court. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's come at you later. Don't listen to them. Elevator is open. You are out. Rabbi elevator ya vulega, guys. How? So if you fail to tell someone what you want to tell them and the door opens for them, are you going to grab them by their jacket? I'm not done. Okay. How was that? Did you guys hear them? Were they making sense? All right. We're going to flip the table around. Are you guys ready for your 2 minutes? I'm going to count you down. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Four, 3, 2, 1. Echayile. Ayivalo lezozo echayile. How warifenite. The elevator door is open. The CEO is leaving. The CEO has a meeting to get to. Let go of the CEO's jacket. All right, ladies and gentlemen, how was that? Yes, when a girl. How was that? How was that? You know what? I'm going to give you a bit of a break because I can see that you're on fire. And this is the reason why we are here. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to give you the next 15 minutes to explore what the exhibitors are busy with. Also give you a chance to talk to other people apart from the ones that I assigned you. I get it. So there are more people in the room. The very same type method you were using. Use it. Meet the next person. Give each other. You know, don't be the only one dominating the conversation and not letting the other one speak. So let's give each other turns. Let's move from our seats. But when we come back, I want real results. When we come back, I want to hear connection stories. When we come back, the mic ukitima mofasimu. We are done talking. When we come back, it's you guys. I want to hear from you. I want to hear you connected with. I want to hear what's the way forward. Nah? Right now, let me release you. The exhibitors are there. Let's see what's going on. Let's mingle. 15 minutes. We'll resume not so long. right, let's make our way back to our chairs. Let's make our way back to our chairs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's make our way back to our chairs. Those that are still with the exhibitors, you'll have time still. So I'm just giving you a minute to make your way back. A minute to move back to your seating. Let's make our way back. We are about to resume with the program. And we'll be wrapping up not so long. Just a couple of items we're going to be going through. Let's make our way back to our seating areas, please. Let's come back to our sitting areas. We'll get a chance to interact with the exhibitors at a later stage. We are about to start. We are going to be starting. Let's make our way back. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to start. Okay, it's fine. You want to talk, it's okay. I see you want to talk. Let me then check. Legay, mami. Kil namang?
Patricia Khokane.
Patricia Khokale. Oh, so I just want to find out what your business is about, what you are all about.
Okay, we're all about.
Thank you. Let's get a mic for you.
Okay. We are all about upcycling of products. We take waste collection from waste collection household, more rural villages again.
Okay.
And then I read the glasses come about the flower pots, the school bag
Oh, okay. And you sell those?
Yes, we sell those. And then I make the pencil cases, cutlery holders, carry cans, yes.
And then you coming here today, what were you hoping or you get to learn from this kind of a setting?
We get to
learn from this kind of a, what were you hoping will happen? What were you looking forward to?
This kind of attend.
Okay.
Yes.
And then attend
too much. This thing I fear.
No, that is true. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, let's finish. So all right. You know what, ne? But so let me just try to learn more about who you are, who's in the room. Bam. Hello. How are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
I'm good. So I'd like to know your name and what you're all about.
No.
What is your initiative in corporate? I'm joking. Maybe you answer me.
Okay.
What is your initiative in corporate? I'm joking. Your name and what you're all about.
Yeah, my name is Tabogo Tako, hence I've already mentioned. I'm a CEO of Rebbe Hotel Foundation. And under the Rebbe Hotel Foundation, there's a brand called Rare Skincare. So I'm in cosmetic industry, where we produce our products such as body lotion, carrot oil, and turmeric. We've got bar soap as well, that is turmeric and aloe, that have been produced as well.
Okay. Have you found this kind of a setting helpful or beneficial to what you are doing?
This is phenomenal ever that I can just imagine to you that it's a high escalation that into our business entrepreneurship. It really has positive impact towards our business, And we looking forward as well to see more of this, because I've been also just seeing it on your YouTube and all social media platform. That was there was Posh once upon was we invited Pusha M. So I've seen how this has helped other SMEs to lead into cooperative wealth, that for their business perspective. But initially, it's that we acknowledge and appreciate this effort that you guys initiated to us, that to be part of this. We really take that for granted.
As you're answering, I'm wondering, did you, the whole presentation about the female economy, especially for your business, did you find that interesting? And were you thinking about, because that's your sweet spot right there?
Yes. Back before I was in detergents before, but I had that in my mind that I would love to have this as brand, because what we have, I do my systematic in terms of my research. I realized that there's a lot of challenge that women are facing into natural beautiful, because I was like, let me come to the board to enhance that, to be able to address issues that women are facing in Africa, because they want to look beautiful using product that has a side effect towards the body and to look beautiful. So as we came to with organic product that to keep you beauty, even that you are as an African woman. So that's where we're looking forward to address.
That's powerful. And what a great market. What a niche. I love it. Thank you. Round of applause for him, please. Hi, my brother. Unshebile.
Hi.
How are you?
Great.
Your name, please, and what are you all about?
My name is Tebongo Nyama, all the way from Mokopane, Mahwele Ring, Hospital View. I look good today because
yes, you do. Yes, you do. Give us a bit of a turn for the drip. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm a designer, a fashion designer. I'm wearing these trousers. I like the material because it stretches.
Okay.
So I make people look good. I love making people look good, but mostly I specialize in utility vest for the mining. Especially I found a market for women. Most women, when they get uniform, right? It's for men. It's not for women. And also the parking. Jumpsuit. When they go to the bathroom, they had to take off all of the. Yeah, but then now I came up with the solution of they should just have currently,
Okay. Right.
Currently they just wanted me to provide some bit of samples.
Okay.
Yeah, so
That's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, but just to say, the impact that he had on me, because I remember last year I went to Pretoria to attend their business seminar, and there was Tepo Jeans there.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so he gave me his numbers. Now I'm talking to him in terms of asking him questions about fashion and everything. So thank you so much, T. Thank you.
Man, so you see the impact. You see the work that is being done. You see that it's talking to you at this level, at township level as an entrepreneur, but also how impactful it can be through the contacts that are here, the guests that we have as speakers, the people who are in this room, and the connection that you can actually have. Now, when we went out to talk to each other, to make our pitch to each other, and to network, I want two people who can tell me this. Who you met, what they do, and what's the way forward. Two people. We'll give you a mic quickly. I have some of the mics here. Two people. I can network. Oh, you were not listening to them. You couldn't wait to tell them about yourself. You are not paying attention. I'm not going to ask you about you. No. Here's the mic in case someone help me. Please pass it to, let's see. Two people. Who did you meet? What do they do? And what's the way forward? My sister.
Okay. I met Kidiwoni Seleka, who's in catering, She's selling special spatulas and even food pap and flacy for the mining mining staff. And she does deliveries also. And the way forward, she wants some of equipment to for mass production of the product. Her services.
Okay, so did something connect? Like, what's the way forward between you? Did you what?
I was interested with her food, the way she was explaining her difference of his food. Her food.
Are you going to buy? What's the way forward?
Hey, way forward for me to buy. The way she sold it to me, I would like to eat this pato that she was talking about.
Okay, so you want to support by buying.
Yes.
All right. Let's hear from someone else. Way forward, maybe it's collaboration in future or something. Who did you meet? What do they do? And what's the way forward? La ropa, nobody pitching can. There are people at the back. You guys have had me. Excuse my sister. So there's the mic. Who did you meet? What do they do? And what's the way forward?
Thank you for the opportunity. I'm not a public speaker, but I feel like I'll be doing an injustice to Kamogelo Mashabela. I met with Kamogelo Mashabela. She's a media and communication officer, personnel. So I'm dealing with traveling, and then I told her that I'm not good in marketing. I don't have time to do marketing. So the way forward is she's going to be responsible for my marketing on all my social media networks. From now on, yes.
I love that.
Thank
so
you very much.
I don't know if the person you are talking about is the person who came and pitched to me.
I think
and he was the only one. So I was like, okay, this person came to me. Mata Umashabela came to me. She offers SEO services. She said to me, listen, everybody who's in here is my market. So I want to talk to you so that you can talk to them on my behalf and give them my number. And I was like, girl, I see how you move. Like, girl, I see how you move. There she is. So what she does is she says, no, I understand. People usually just post on social media. But what they don't understand is posting is not enough. It takes a long time for that content to move or whatever. I'm able to help businesses to actually tell them yourself. Mateo,
she's very good in selling herself.
No, she came to me and said, network. When you are on stage, my sister, do this for me. So please, girl.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for. Can you hear me? Oh, yes. So, as they have politely said for me, my name is Kamogelo, my other name is Matau Mashabela, whichever is easier for you to say. So, I do digital marketing. So, essentially, instead of like usually how businesses just put a post on Facebook or Twitter or Facebook or YouTube and whatever, and just magically expect people to just now see it and then just buy. Posting doesn't always lead to sales conversion. So what I prefer is I do this thing called search engine optimization. So instead of maybe when you walk around and you see a poster and then everyone is just, you're assuming that everyone in some way is your market by seeing that. But in actual fact, if maybe let's say you have a traveling business, you want to go to Mozambique, but then she's a client and then she'll go, okay, travel to Mozambique. So my job is to make sure when someone goes on TikTok or YouTube or Google, when they say travel to Mozambique, your business is the first one that pops. So in that way, you don't have to bombard people with your business, but then that person is already interested already. So you don't have to sell to them necessarily. But once I make sure that I put your business up there when they first search it, it is then your job to make sure that you reel them in and you catch and you retain them, you understand? So I help in terms of that to make people find you on all social media platforms, and to also help to make sure that your user experience on those platforms in terms of the interface on your website and your Facebook looks good. So people are impressed with like, okay, no, this person actually knows what they're doing. So money will be well spent here. So yeah, that's about it. And my number I think she'll give you. Thank you.
I'm the PA. So
I'll give the number.
I must give you her number, and I would with pleasure, 060-396-4176. PA PA duties executed. I hope you're happy, boss. 060-396-4176. I see you, girl. I see you. I see you. So, one other thing. Because we are selling services, products, we usually, want people to pay. How many people are interested in this kind of a device? This kind of a device. If you are interested in this kind of a device, Nedbank Ashibale, they're at the back. They are going to help you. No, right. The benefits, the whatnots, the hair, the how, the who, they have all the information. You know how frustrating it is when you are about to clinch a deal with someone and akatwara cash. Or okay, or go for the banking details, girl. Ale swipe. Or how are swipe maranga of a bank account? So you see the convenience. Nedbank is there at the back. If you know in your business you are at this stage, you are ready for this. You know this is a convenience. It's a must. It's not. I'm in business. No, it's not for that. So if you know you are here, it's a need. You know you are definitely going to need this. Please get in touch with them at the back, and they will be able to assist you. They will be able to help you to move to the next step. So, also not forgetting our online audience. We received a couple of messages. I'm quickly going to go to them. A couple of messages. Let's see. From our online audience. Some of them were questions, and if the people would be able to answer the questions quickly, yeah, sure, we'll go to that. It says, this is Lisiba Leslie Masenya, who says, a message to Ms. Tumelo. Please give us your address and which online platform you use to advertise your services. Your services are a great fit for the gap we have for those services. And Lisiba says, well done on the presentation and illustration efforts. We enjoyed the engagement. And to the event organizers, please get contacts for these young business owners and post them so that we may access their services. A big thank you. This is very simple. All of us, we are in the community, we've joined, so we can connect with each other there and make those connections. And then this one says, to Ms. Masenya, a very great technological and unique business. Please share your contact details, including social media platforms. So much inspiring women. This is beautiful to watch. And then let's see, we have, this one says, please enlist the financial aid institutions that entrepreneurs may approach for financial aid or other related businesses for assistance. So I think all these questions really can be answered on our social media platforms. When you follow us on social media, we've noted the questions. We'll answer the questions directly, and you'll be able to get the answers that you are seeking for. Now, I'm moving to another part of the session where we are going to be having a conversation. And in this conversation, I hope that it's going to be lengthy, it's going to be detailed, it's going to ask the questions again directly, not a presentation, but a conversation of an entrepreneur who's also walked their own journey and met their own hurdles and having their own growth. I'm going to be inviting on stage a lady who promotes self-actualization, awareness, and maximizing potential. The company Consciously Becoming, it unlocks the possibilities of the mind so that you can identify golden opportunities in life. Transformation, development, and empowerment is what they are all about. And your number one accountability partner in becoming your best self, that is what they are using to sell themselves. We are going to be talking right now in this conversation. So think of this conversation as, you know, that conversation you have, that mbaola, feature, that fireside chat, where it's, It's really honest, it's engaging, it's opening up, it's sharing information. And I'd like to invite on stage founder of Consciously Becoming, Dipuo Zulu. Round of applause, please, as she comes on stage. So as Dipuo settles in, let me call Jackie on stage for the feedback link. Jackie, please make your way on stage. Round of applause that Jackie comes onto the stage. How? Mike, ne?
Good evening, everyone. Can you kindly check all your phones? I've actually sent in a feedback link. I would like everyone to actually give your honest opinion so that we can get better and we can make sure that this thing flows as it should. So I sent a link. It is for you to fill in and be honest so that we can improve and make sure that everything gets better going forward.
Thank you, Jackie. So as we are talking, you can check your phones and make sure that you follow the instructions as Jackie was able to give. Dipuo, hi. I'm good. We'll get your mic on volume and everything. How are you doing?
I'm good, yourself.
Great, great. So are you able to pick up? Great. So what a morning. How has your experience been, Nje, today, looking at everything that has been happening up to this moment?
Honestly, I want to start off by saying thank you to everyone who took their time out of their own homes to be invited and to take part of this initiative, because it's only a curious mind that would sit down there and listen to all the speakers, because you have that intention of wanting to develop and grow yourself. So based on that, I would like to say thank you to everyone for investing in yourself and taking the initiative. Well, it's Saturday and a lot of people are out doing whatever that they're doing, but you chose to sacrifice your own time and being here. And what I can say is it's out of such events that your story too one day will be told.
Beautiful, beautiful. I love that. Your story too one day will be told. Let's hear about your story. What's your story in business?
Okay, Dipuo is born and bred in Mokopane. I can see faces. High school.
Shout out. Which high school is that?
I went to Waterberg High School and Gileli Hoërskool Piet Potgieter.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And then from there, as a young girl having dreams and ambitions, I went to further my study, Gadia psychology. I also have a bachelor's of social science honors in psychology. And when I had to be elected for my master's, reality yatloa, I was not elected.
Sure.
Not because I wasn't good at what I was doing, but simply because life takes its own detours. And in those detours, you need to now decide for yourself what is the trajectory of the plans that I initially had for myself. And my reality was coming back home.
Sure.
And coming back home, immediately getting home, Mujolo took its vibe, I fall pregnant. The reality of it was, I came home, I thought it was gonna be a gap year for myself. Now what do I do? Okay, at that particular time, a teacher assistant. So my story is no different from anyone else. Linna, I faced the hardships of life, which I still encounter even now. And I told myself, I need to do something with what I have. Yes, psychology is a degree, but what skill do you have, Dipuo, that you can be able to utilize and give back to community around? And I studied life coaching. And from there, the journey of being educated and teaching myself has never stopped. So from studying life coaching, I went on Gadira wellness counseling so that I can also be accredited, because if you haven't done your master's as a psychologist, you can't be registered under the board of health. So what way do I provide quality services to clients other than that? And I think with all that turmoil, with all that rejection, with all that failure, I failed moving forward. That's when I birthed what I have today called Consciously Becoming. I realized that growing up more Mokopane, I grew up in a family where abuse was order of the day. So it wasn't anything physical, but emotional. And I told myself that I do not want to see any young girl or young boy growing up in such conditions. So I became that savior for myself, but not only for me, for the people that I would be advocating for too.
That's a beautiful, I mean, it deserves a round of applause. That's a powerful story. And before we get into your business, I want to just touch a little bit on the part that you mentioned. And it's about a story that many South Africans share. Matriculate, go to school, study whatever it is you study, whether you complete it or not complete it, come back to face the reality of the job market not absorbing you. And coming to a point where you decide to become an entrepreneur. And sometimes some of the inner, battle that you have of still craving, because you have a psychology qualification, still wanting to be in the market and an opportunity to get into business. And that whole thing of, am I in business because I'm hungry? Or am I in business because I'm a real entrepreneur? And sometimes it's questions you don't even ask yourself, but remarks that people make. Or, no, Pela, when are you doing this because of stomach politics? It's not necessarily because you're an entrepreneur. Just speak to that, whatever comes into your heart right now about exactly the statement that I've just made.
Okay, I think I always use the philosophy, Yagore, life happens to us, right? But everything that is happening to us is happening for us. So anything that you're going through in your journey, a mistake. It's meant to shape you. It's meant for you to take those experiences as building blocks to craft your own tomorrow. So why am I saying this? It's because there's someone who's sitting here and who's saying, I want to start a business or I have a business, but I'm not certain and I can see the situation. I need to work, I need to have an income. But I'm saying to that person, if that situation is what you find yourself in and you don't even have the financial muscle out of the situation, business can save you. And why am I saying this? It's because that will create generational wealth for not only yourself, but generations and the kids that you're trying to actually fulfill and take out of those situations. For me, having that option, choose a business over work, I wanted to say, let me redefine the narrative of a black child who feels like things are impossible, but I'll show them it becomes possible. And even if it is through me, I'm no exceptions to the rules of life. I will still succumb to the pressures of everything, but I'll take that as teachings and build on and not give up.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Absolutely powerful. So let's get into your business and speak to me about your business with exactly what you've just said, with this at the back of your mind, what you've just said to me right now, building generational wealth, having a big vision. Because sometimes we struggle with having that big vision because we've got immediate problems to solve. So our business are limited in a way that we think about them for buying groceries, paying school fees, but we can't think generational wealth like what you said. So talk to me about your business and where your headspace is when you look at your business.
Okay, for me, thank you for the question. When I look at what you are actually talking of, I look at a person as an individual. So what Consciously Becoming does is normally people would ask me, hey, do you do marital counseling and so forth? And my answer to that is no. And why do I say that? Because I'd like to believe every problem that stems out of society, whether it is in marriage, whether it is in relationship, whether it is in your business, it stems from an individual. So my target is the individual mind. Until you can conquer your own mind, there's nothing else that you can conquer outside. So Consciously Becoming is saying, I'm speaking to exactly where you are in your subjective experience, despite your own beliefs, despite your own background, despite your own traumas and experiences. We embrace you just as you are in your own unique way by telling your own narrative and telling your own story of how you want to become and what the vision is. And for me, I always say, for you to actually fortify your mind and fortify your life, it derives from your purpose. What is it that when you sit down, you want to exude in spaces? The fact that you're here is solely in relation to your own purpose and life journey and trajectory of Bophelo Barao. Secondly, what is your potential? What is your strong point when you look at yourself and say, these are my capabilities? And do not only just limit them at that. Apply yourself as a student of life, because you never know what more else can you do if you don't explore. I always say then, go back. What is your planning within that? Because if you simply fail to plan, you're planning to fail. So what are you planning in your own individual journey that you want to see materialize one day within that vision, within that mission? And that will also motivate you on daily basis, every day. And in that planning, you're able to prioritize. What is your highest value? Even sitting here right now, do you know what your value is? Some of us, we believe in things simply because we were conditioned in that way, simply because and they told us that is the order of the day. But do you even know what your highest form of value is as an individual and as yourself sitting here today? And not only that, that will help you also define partnership. Who are you willing to collaborate with? Meaning that you understand your own strengths and who can complement those strengths for you also in business. That goes a long way, because you're saying, I can do only to a certain extent, but who's willing to actually sacrifice their time to come and help me to actually do more? And that's where your employees come in, to know how do they complement you and how do they then take further the vision of that particular business. And it does not even the, what is the prosperity that you want, the success of your own particular business. And all that dwells upon posterity, which is the future outlook on future coming generations.
You can tell, talking to Dipuo, that no, definitely she's psychologist. She's motivating us. She's, you know, and this is also how her business has been structured, right? But I want us to get a little bit out of the motivation and get into practically in your space, right? The importance of information in order to grow your business into what it is. The importance of accessing information, because you were you studied psychology, right? Didn't get to the master's level, so you have that background. But even when you had to start a business, you had to go for further training so that you are in a niche and that you specialize in what you are doing. Because it's very important as an entrepreneur to understand, where do I need to be empowered? Where do I need to upskill? Where do I need to get information in order for me to grow the business? So speak to that in different sectors that we find ourselves in, to say the importance of aligning yourself with the right information that helps you to perform at your best in business.
Okay, like I said, I'm no exception to the rules of life. So with me, starting up a company, I started off with zero capital. There was nothing, right? And the question was, what do I want to do? And how can I access the information that I need to? And that came down to the networking session. So if you would say to me, about 1, 2, 3, I would show up. Even if it's nothing that has in relation to what I want to do. But I knew over there, I will meet someone who will tell me something that will be beneficial in my journey. From there, it started getting networking sessions that are just happening around, dialogue sessions that would come up. And then from there, we have surrounding minds, which would create the maybe exhibition or every let's say Anglo-America or Ivan Platts is coming where you would go. If they say there's a program, I registered. So the business accelerator course, I've done that. Youth development courses, I've done that. When they talk about knocking at doors like NYDA, that's where I actually headed. Where they gave me my first startup, 10,000. And from there, I just used it and say, okay, I'm going to use this and move forward. I've looked for mentorship, which is one of the key elements in how you can obtain information. But the struggle is, most of the time, we look for mentors, but those sometimes who are at the top are the ones who become the gatekeepers to the information. And that's the sad reality. So what you have to do is you need to have some level of consistency and resiliency to tell yourself, even if they're going to push me left, right, center, but this is what I want, and one day I will get it. Part of that journey is rejection, but I'd like to believe network, collaboration, and opening yourself to opportunities, whether in that state you meet the criteria or not. Because now I would apply for things I know definitely. Sorry to tell you, you have been rejected. But I wanted to take that rejection and say, what is the feedback about Lompagnon? Okay, Dipuo, we see that you need to maybe improve on your finances. We see that you need to improve maybe on your marketing skills. And I use that like maybe rejection as form of feedback to myself in terms of how do then I improve? Because sometimes, the fear is failing in front of people. But the reality is, for you to persevere, you need to fail in front of people. And that's how you gain your emotional resiliency to move on.
I would like us to stay a little bit on the issue of rejection. Pair it